going to learn about light today. We're going to learn the word absorb. Absorb means to take in. Okay, for example, if you were to absorb all of your milk that you drink, your body is taking in the milk, and you're going to absorb the calcium from the milk, which makes your teeth strong and your bones strong. Okay, if you were to go outside and play, your body would absorb light from the sun, and your body turns that into a vitamin called vitamin D. So you're absorbing, you're taking it in. Or think of a sponge. You've made a mess and you need to wipe up your mess with the sponge. So you want the sponge to absorb all of the mess and wipe it up and make it clean. So let's think about absorb with light. Okay? You need light to see. Light lets you absorb or observe the world around you. It lets you see what colors things are. Since light is energy, most kinds of light also give off heat. Sunlight helps warm the earth. You can feel warmth from a campfire or fireplace. Some light bulbs also give off heat. People, animals, and plants need light and warmth to live. So here is a really cool picture of fire as we roast marshmallows and have fun with our family. Okay, so the light is letting us observe the world around us. Because of the light from the campfire, we can observe maybe something in the trees. We can see those marshmallows roasting because of light. Now think about how light travels. Light travels, we said, in a straight line. So light cannot bend around a corner. It has to travel through a straight line. And I want you to think about a rainbow now and how there are beautiful colors in light. So a beam of light from a flashlight or another source appears white. But light is not really white. Light is made of many colors. A rainbow shows the colors in light. Sunlight shines through the raindrops in the air. The raindrops bend the light so we can see the colors. The colors of a rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. During the flood, remember when we studied Noah and the flood at the beginning of the year? During the flood, it rained for many days, much like a rainy day like today, right? But even more rain. And water covered the whole earth. After the flood, God made a promise. He said that he would never again cover all the earth with water. What did he put in the sky as a promise? You're right. He put a rainbow in the sky. Every rainbow, like you see in the picture, every rainbow is a promise that God will keep his promise. Now, the word we started with at the beginning of our lesson was absorb. Remember, it meant to take in. So we can see objects because light reflects off them. Lighter colored objects reflect more light. We can see them better. Light colors are cooler. They reflect some of the light's energy. Dark colors take in or absorb light. They are harder to see. They also are warmer. They absorb energy instead of reflecting it. So I want you to look at the picture of the people. One lady is dressed with dark colors, one with light. And then look at the gentleman. One has a dark coat, one has a light coat. And we did this experiment, you remember, at the beginning of the year when we put our paper in the window. We had dark paper and we had light paper. We talked about colors of cars, how the light colored cars would feel cooler to the touch, especially on a hot summer day, and the dark colored cars would feel warm on our hand or maybe even burn us on a hot day. Okay, because the black, the darkness, is absorbing all that light. So we know in the winter we tend to wear dark colors to help us stay warm, and in the summer we wear light colors to help us stay cool. Now our new word today is called transparent. And this word means that you can allow most light, anything that allows most light to shine through it, such as a clear piggy bank with pennies and other coins in it. Do you see the glass? It's allowing most light to shine through it. So we call it transparent. Okay, the goal on that word is to know most light shines through it. And then the next word is called translucent. That's a long word, isn't it? Translucent. Translucent simply means anything that allows only some light to shine through it. So some light, not a lot of light, just some light. So look at this picture of a clear glass cup, but not completely clear. This glass is tinted, and so it only allows some light to shine through it. So it's called translucent. And the final word is opaque. And you can see blocks. And notice you don't see any light shining through those blocks. So the word opaque means that no light can shine through it. And now in your activity manual, you were supposed to do an activity where you were proving the different types of light using objects. Do you see this clear one? That would be transparent, but this one would be translucent. And look at this cup, opaque, because no light can shine through it. So in your activity manual, you would have experimented like these children with objects to see, are they transparent, translucent, or opaque? Okay, and then this week we're talking about shadows. And you're supposed to make a puppet show with light to create shadows this week for your fun time. Now that's not something you have to do, but it is something that I would like for you to try to do. And if you want, you can video it and have it sent to my email so I can see your cool puppet show and your shadows. But a shadow forms when something blocks a light. The light source is on one side of the object. A shadow forms on the opposite side. Shine a light on the right side of an object. The shadow forms on the left side. Move the light to the left side. The shadow now forms on the right side of the object. The place where the shadow forms depends on where the light is. In this experiment, you see a rabbit with a light and where the shadow is. Notice where the light is and the shadow is opposite. Notice now where the light is, so the shadow is opposite. So it's all about where the light source is and what direction it's coming from for you to see your shadow. Okay? So with your activity this week, you can show how to change a shadow size in your puppet show by moving your light source. So a shadow has a shape, much like the object that blocks the light, but it is not always the same size. We said by moving the light source, you can change the size of the shadow. You can also change the size of the shadow by moving the object. So now look at the rabbit and look at the light. You see that? So the shadow is smaller when the object is farther from the lamp. The shadow is larger when the object is closer to the lamp. So here's your question. What are 2 ways to change a shadow size? Did you say moving the light source or moving the object? I bet that's what you said. I think I heard you in my ear. All right. So the sun and shadows. When you are outside on a sunny day, you can watch shadows change. They change as the sun appears to move across the sky. In the morning, the sun is low in the sky toward the east. This causes long shadows. But at noon, the sun is overhead, high above in the sky, and shadows are very short. By evening, the sun is low in the sky in the west, and the shadows are long again. But they are in a different position from where they were in the morning. So in the picture, you can see the morning and at noon and in the evening. See the shadow, how it changed, and at noon there was no shadow. So question, when during the day is your shadow the shortest? You should have said at noon. And now your shadow puppet project. So do you see in this example, the children have created a puppet show. They've made puppets on sticks, and they have their little theater, their stage set up. But look where the light source is. It's coming from behind them to create these shadows. So that's your project for this week if you want in science, to make a shadow puppet show. Okay? So if you'll draw characters and cut them out and put them on a craft stick, you're going to tell your story with your little stage, but be sure you have a light. And the next time we have a science lesson, we'll do a review, and then on to chapter 10 we'll go, and we'll learn about matter, solid, liquid, and gas. Well, that is all for today. Bye-bye.